We're live for our last shift of 2020.
Everybody behave.
She's a beaut, Clark. Welcome to our last Thursday night shift. Our opening question for our panel tonight is, who or what is your most embarrassing moment at Christmas or the worst gift you've ever received and had to play like you liked it?
I'll rip off the Band-Aid.
Do it.
Okay, we all know I'm not a very big drinker, like very rare. One year, not so long ago, I got into a chocolate vodka, a lot of it. And my kids never forgave me in the end. No, it was really bad. Like, I was still playing Santa Claus the next morning inebriated, and my kids are very angry and upset about it. And I did a lot of embarrassing things, including making snow angels in all of the neighbors' yards.
Was this last Christmas?
No, it was not. It was many Christmases ago. But my kids still talk about it as their favorite holiday. It was terrible.
It's a good one. Okay, who are you calling on, Jody?
Kelly Tara Smith.
Okay, so I had, when you said embarrassing moment, I had it. It was a 2021, but it wasn't for Christmas. So you threw me off on that. But I'm just going to share my most embarrassing moment of 2020 because it was really not that great. So I was actually sitting here in my office. We were on a Superstar Director call, and I was sitting on the floor working on something, and my phone was propped up, and a fellow Superstar Director called me, and so I denied her call, and I said, Superstar Director call, and I got back over, and it was, what announcement was it? Does anybody remember? Because you all know what it was. Anyways, Dan, the president of Scentsy, made an announcement that was not like, it wasn't good. Like, it was just one of those things that you're like, really? Another thing in 2020? Like, everybody's not gonna handle
It was the limited boxes for UPS or something, I think.
No, it was something else.
It
It
was
was like it wasn't shipments. It was something like with a product. Anyways,
Stock inventory. It was having enough
inventory or something. And I
It was inventory, and you get a cute little laugh.
I busted up laughing. Like, but what the worst part was is I just was sitting here laughing, being like, okay, well, another thing. And all of a sudden my phone starts blowing up. Well, it turns out I was unmuted. So my laughing face at this announcement popped up big on the screen, and it was not great. It was not my best moment.
We all knew it was you, Bay. Your laugh. We're like, what is she doing?
I know.
I got hoping she didn't say anything else. I was like, please don't say anything else.
It was bad.
Wait, who are you calling on,
Jen.
Cal?
Jen.
I cannot think of a single thing. Literally every day for me is embarrassing because I always do something. So it's just common. So I can't think of like a specific example. Maybe you guys could probably come up with one. I'm sure you've been involved with something I've been embarrassed about. I can't think of anything.
What about a bad Christmas gift that you faked like you liked it?
Yeah, can you think of something you got and you're like, seriously? Even at one of those like gift exchanges.
I know.
That happened to me
Why?
recently.
I haven't gotten one either.
My brain is so squished. Maybe that's the problem. It's not working. I can't remember anything right now.
We can
I might have
recycle
to-
and revisit.
I'm going to call on Jill.
I said I'm in the same boat. I don't have, I can't, I mean, think of anything. And I usually fly to Maine to be with my family, so I try to be on my best behavior. Usually I'm the embarrassing one. Not that I embarrass myself, but I'm the one like today in the middle of the parking lot singing out loud to Christmas music, like nobody's even around, look over and there's people like, what is she doing? So everything you see on Instagram is actually me. So I am the embarrassing ones. We are truly the household where I'm singing Christmas tunes and Rob's just looking at me like I'm crazy. So I'm the embarrassing one more than me being embarrassed, I would say. Where's Heather? You go.
Oh, I have so many I could share with you all. Worst gift ever.
Okay, the hose is killing me.
Oh,
Dear- The freaking hose is killing me. I had to turn my mic on for a minute because I can't take it. Every time they put her on and she's got the hose, I can't. Okay, go on, Heather.
listen, we're gonna do this.
Okay.
We're gonna do this. So
Go on.
listen, I could share my most embarrassing story of my life. Well, one of them. But I'm not. I'm gonna keep it to Christmas because the other one's probably X-rated. Okay, I'll tell that one too. What the hell? It's Christmas. Okay, worst gift I probably ever received, jar candle and coffee because I don't drink it. Yeah, no, and that just happened 2
Wait,
weeks ago,
wait,
actually.
that was just this year, right? Like you just got that?
It literally just happened. Yeah.
I thought so.
The most embarrassing story, I had drank too much, got wasted, was trying to be sexy wearing lingerie with no panties on, and decided to go. Jason was sleeping in the recliner, and I'm like, I'm going to wait on him. I start feeling sick, put one foot on the floor to try to balance my stuff out. Nope. I go to the toilet and puking and peeing at the same time. Now I'm trying to clean a floor at the same time, wondering where Jason's at. Come on in. Nope. Never came to bed, got pissed off, and just put my pajama pants on and long sleeves and called it a day.
Okay, I gotta intervene here right quick.
You win.
That's the story of my life.
The best part of this is we're at Summit,
Yeah.
and she tells Orville this story
Yeah,
with
Orville knows it.
props and a demonstration.
Yeah.
She gave you a very short version of that.
Oh,
story.
very. Yeah. We have to keep it short. We have training to do tonight.
Yeah, I know. It's great. You have a lot of stories. You're
I
right.
have a lot of stories. Yeah.
All right. Is JP on or Melissa?
I
Yep,
did.
are you?
Hmm?
Jamie, JP is here because she does costume. Jamie, there she is. I see her. Oh my gosh, she's the
Okay.
cutest reindeer ever.
Where is she?
Where is she?
JP.
Talk. Tell her to talk.
Hello, hello.
Oh, there.
Rudolph.
Aw, look how cute you are.
I just have to say, my ponytails used to be a lot thicker. Is this a sign of old age when my hair is so thin?
You look adorable.
I also feel like what's that girl that's the bad girl on the Joker? Harley. I
Harley Quinn.
I think I look more like her than I do Rudolph, but it's fine. Everything's
Oh,
fine.
you were adorable.
So
You
what's
do
the
look
question?
adorable.
What's the question?
Oh, what is the worst gift you've ever received? We had a fake like you liked it, or your worst Christmas, most embarrassing moment?
Got it. Okay, this is literally my first Christmas with my in-laws. Like I wasn't even married or proposed to yet. Okay. And we're opening it, and I'm not even expecting a gift. Okay. So, because I'm kind of new, right? Nothing formal. And right before I open this one gift, Denny's sister leans over and goes, "Hey, Dad sometimes kind of gives weird gifts." And I was like, "Hey," didn't think much of it. And so I opened it. Y'all, I still have it. So I brought it for display. It's a glass head.
What?
I'm sorry. Exactly. It's just a glass head, people. How do you react to opening a glass head? And
Where
so
did you even buy that?
I don't know.
What do you
So
do
now
with it?
Now it's become a joke, and he's giving me an ear.
Oh God.
I'm telling you.
No,
How come
this
we've
is not
never
good.
seen these on your story?
No.
I don't know, because I've had him for 20 years now. Like I kind of forget that I even still have him. How can you not keep a glass head, people?
Jamie, I'm going to start sending you different body parts now for Christmas every year.
I'm gonna send you a whisker.
I'm going to give you a mold of
Oh,
something of mine.
No, I don't think you will, Heather.
Oh, whatever. Just kidding. I would never.
But I've always wanted to get him the lamp, from the Christmas story of the leg.
Yes, they sell those.
I know, but I just haven't ever broke down and done it. But how would you react to this? Because it's
A
so-
glass head.
I always wanted.
I've always wanted a glass.
I
crate.
needed this.
To hang my wig.
The
Well, let me tell
weirdest
you,
gift.
I think out of all my years, all my kids have had this in their room at least one point in time. They keep their hats on it, or
It's rotating.
I will keep it forever because I was not even engaged to my husband yet. And glass head, when he was buying this, I want to know what he was thinking when he was buying. Oh, Jamie will love this.
That's hysterical.
Okay, interesting.
There's my story. Sorry. Didn't mean to take so long, but
No, that's funny. Okay, is Melissa on? I can't see who's on. There's so many people on.
I don't know.
I can't hear you.
this was actually a piggy bank if you want
The
to know.
fact that there's so many body parts, it's so weird.
Mm-hmm.
We should make a warmer that looks like that.
I think we shouldn't.
Hmm.
Mm.
All right. let's rock and roll. So we're talking taxes and transition. Oh, I already get my notes out. Crap. Hold on.
Are you gonna smoke that all night? I love it.
Oh, yes.
Is that a Yeti can?
No, it's a real beer.
Oh,
It's not open though because I don't drink beer. Jason brought me some vino because I drank all the vodka last night. So
Yeah,
it's fine.
I just had hot chocolate, so I'm kind
All right.
of boring.
All right, let's get to the transition. I'm excited.
Yeah, who has the notes on that?
You?
Jamie?
Heather, can I just say real quick, you cracked me up.
Oh, y'all, listen, I crack myself up too sometimes.
But that bite,
We laughed often with her.
I do. I laugh all the time. Listen, life is short and life is fun.
that pipe is just, it's too much. Both the cigar and the hose.
Yeah,
Yep,
I'm ready.
love it.
All right, I'm trying to pull up my notes. Transition, I got them. All right. Does anybody on here not know what transition is?
This will be my first one.
Okay. I didn't know how far in depth we need to really be going. Like,
Let's dive in. Just do
dive
it.
in. All right. So transitioning into spring, summer 2021. This transition is going to be a little different than that in the past. So transition, we call it transition. It is the month before a new catalog releases. So our transition month is January 2021. So our spring, summer 2021 catalog, it's available to the public and for you to purchase from on February 1st, 2021. So right now it is very important where time management is going to come into play. So I know the past couple of weeks we talked about last minute things that you can be doing, utilizing BB&B, getting people enrolled in possibly Scentsy Club, to utilize this time between now and the end of the month. Just because our shipping cutoff date has stopped does not mean your business can stop. You can still sell, sponsor, book parties, all of that. So keep going, don't stop. Time management is going to be key. It's going to be time for you to prepare your business with the right tools while you are actively recruiting, host coaching, doing parties, and sales. So there's a few key business tools that you want to make sure that you have, and you can add any of these items to a qualifying party order that you have already on or that you're going to turn in January. But if you want, you can also just go to the consultant store and place an individual order. So a couple of the items that you need to be aware of is just the regular spring summer catalog. So it's sold in packs of 25 and it's available January 1st to purchase in the consultant store. Happy New Year. So that's how you can remember. Do it on that day. Do not wait. You might have to wait till payday and that's fine, but don't wait. The longer you wait, the more you'll procrastinate and not be as prepared and ready to get a jump start once February hits, okay? So I encourage you to be diligent and order early so you have time to label and get everything prepared. You will be able to have the download the PDF version from your workstation also. And the digital and shoppable 2021 catalog spring summer will be available on your PWS starting February 1, okay? We have tester sets. So if you're not familiar, does anybody want to cover what the difference between the transition versus the complete?
I will.
Awesome.
So transition is going to be your, these will be, okay, I've got my notes, so I'm just making sure, so correct me if I'm wrong. They'll be 20% off in January? Okay, just making sure, okay. Tester set, this is a test, so the transition set are the, includes the new scents and the seasonal fragrances in the catalog. So this will not be your full set. A full set is going to be every single scent that we have to offer. So right now, January 1st through the 31st will be the tester set transition. I did this, I keep stumbling over my words. Transition set available only because they aren't offering the full set. They're saving those and making sure that the new consultant kits will be, we'll have enough to fill those new consultant starter kits. Thank you. So that you want to make sure you have those. If you are still choosing to kind of do that party style where you share your testers. So you want to make sure you get those. But like I said, the full tester is going to be every single set that we have. The transition is going to be the new and the seasonal items returning. And those will be in the consultant stores starting January 1st. And then, oh, sorry, we also have the individual testers that you will be able to get in, like, just if you need, like, maybe you don't have whatever, just a certain scent that's missing, or that you may just want to double up, you won't be able to buy the individual ones until February as well.
Can I just add something real quick when it comes to testers and an idea? And I did see on the Superstar Director page, it was asked, like, you guys are prepared, right? Like, you're ready for this. So hopefully they did. But one thing that I really like to do during transition season is to get the rub and smell stickers. I'm sure you've seen the different flyers floating around. Scentsy has done those as well. That will be one of the easiest ways for you to get fragrance under your customers' noses quick. So even if it's just picking, yes, thank you, JP. Even if it's just picking, you know, 1 or 2 or 3 and sticking those on, like, you know, here's a teaser of the fragrances coming in, you know, on February 1st. If you'd like to book a party to smell the rest, you know, I'm filling my calendar, that type of thing. So that will be something to definitely to focus on. I did also see, since I'm talking, if you can't afford catalogs right away. Oh, sorry, that wasn't a question. That was a comment. Thank you, Crystal. Okay, never mind. Moving on. But yes, stickers.
No, and I think while you're on that topic of saving money and being practical, stock up, like there's catalogs, yes, for purchase. I very rarely mail those full catalogs out now. I do showcase brochures and fold them in half in the weird staple point, like put the staple in the right spot so we can fold it halfway, but whatever, I'll still make it work. Or better yet, the product list, tear a sheet off and put that in there. So the cheapest way to go is product list. The second cheapest is going to be your showcase brochure, which I just screenshot the bundle and save, and I'll staple it to the front. They don't care. And then most expensive to mail is going to be your catalog. Postage is going up, so be frugal, be aware of the rates and how much it costs to mail stuff. But also, I'm going to be so like laser focused on putting in a showcase brochure or a product list in every customer bag, because you never know when they see something different, or having an opportunity for them to book a party. Like, I'm going to be join, host, buy is in every bag, a goal for 2021 of mine. Like, if I can't do the talking, my bags and product deliveries better, right? I am so laser focused in 2020. You thought 2020 was my year? Oh no, 2021 is my year. I am recruiting 2 people every month. I'm going to sell $2,000 every month. I'm going to earn annual mentor in 6 months. That's my goal. It's a little excessive.
Speaking of, you know, kind of like things that you want to keep in mind to purchase, the stickers I think are number 1 on my list, and they did sell out quite quickly last catalog. They should be available on the first get. There should be, I don't know for sure, but generally there's 10 new fragrances. So there would be 10 new fragrances of stickers to get them all. You get 72 in a pack. That's 72 customers you can touch. You can reach out and give a little sniffing to. But also remember the things that you want to buy on the first, then when they're available. Again, showcase brochures and the product list are by far my favorite. I order 1 bundle of catalogs. But buy host brochures, laundry brochures, different things like that are going to be things that you want to make sure you have. I always get most of my samples when they first, most of my supplies when they first come out. So I don't have to worry about getting them later through the year. When you do that, make sure you're saving your receipts with everything that you purchase. If you're like me, you buy, you print. I buy my stuff, I print my receipt, file it away. So just keep that in mind that everything you do spend is a write-off, and try to save yourself as much money as possible. Like Heather said, and mailing the showcase brochures, I have found people actually like them a lot because the pictures are so much bigger and they give a different image. So those are just kind of my tips when it comes to supplies that you want to make sure you have for transition time.
And Chris is making a great point. Make sure you're buying in English if you need English, or Spanish for Spanish.
Yes. I do that every
And I
year,
just wanted to add too, to what Jody just said, is if you guys create a customer named business supplies or marketing supplies or business tools or whatever, just come up with a word. So every time you do it, then when you go to do your taxes, you can search business supplies and it'll show you all the business supplies that you ordered through the year. If you're adding it to a party, so you save shipping. So I have always tended to do an extra order, but then I'm like this just because I think it's more, it keeps me more organized. But now I'm starting to do the business supplies because it's dumb that I'm paying all this shipping when I could just be adding them to a party. So create a
And keep in
customer
mind
name.
though, if you do pay shipping, that's an expense that you want to print and write off. That's a business expense, everyone.
Yep.
But Jen's idea is smart. I try to put all my supplies attached to a party to save on the shipping. So just create your customer business supply, put your Scentsy Success stuff in there, and you can find it easier. So, all right, Heather, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. So 2 more things, and then we'll get on hardcore to taxes. Just be aware that in January, years past, they've done 10% off sales typically, but this year it's only on bars only, including license. So you're fine. It's still a great way to promote that. So be aware of that. And
wait,
if
I have a
peop-
question.
Sure.
Yeah, sorry, I don't like interrupting. That's very rude. But here's the question. I get like the whole create the business supply person, but here's the thing, that some things can only be added to the consultant. So how are we doing that?
You can add anything when you're placing a party. If you just type the name
Yeah,
of it, like
I know, but you're saying like for business supplies, like if we have that as like the name of the customer, it's not going to add the consultant supplies. Like it has to be added to the consultant, right?
no, it'll add them. You
It'll
can
add
add it
them.
to anything. You could add it under any customer you want. You could, like sometimes if I have a customer that's a really good customer, I will ship her a set of testers at the beginning of a catalog because I know that she's going to spend plenty of money with me. So it's worth it for me to send her just the transition testers or a full set and I've done that many times. Or if I'm doing a fundraiser, I'll go ahead and ship stuff directly to the people. So yes, you can definitely do that.
The only thing that can't be added are personalized
knew.
items.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, well that I knew. I just thought it was all business supplies. The consultant had to be in the party.
No.
Nope.
Okay, thanks. Never knew. Thanks for teaching me something new, friends.
Yeah.
You can always add yourself to the party too, if need be.
Well, and
But I do
if
it like
it's a
that.
business supply, you're probably going to be a part of the party somehow because
Yeah, just add your name.
But-
You can either add your name or I do the business supplies things just to be able to keep track of it better.
What was the other thing, Heather?
Oh, I don't know. Let me see. Okay. If you have people that listen, nobody's going to say, oh, it's not 10% off everything. I mean, that's never happened. Even last time we did the 10% off sale, nobody said that to me. But if maybe you have that type of one customer that's going to say something, you say, oh, no worries. That's what we have our bundle and save options for. Better yet, let's host a party for you and I'll give you more savings in the 10% off sale and we'll take care of you. I promise, right? So you won't have that problem. Scentsy Club, don't you worry. If the bars are in someone's Scentsy Club, it will be 10% off still. Discontinued. This is what y'all have to be very well aware of. If it is on that discontinued list that Scentsy is going to put out, all items on that list is while supplies last. Meaning, if somebody picks something out, you better get a second choice or maybe a third choice and just say, hey, by the time I'm hitting submit, this could sell out. Is there another option you want me to have just in case? Because they're not going to reorder and make more of something that's going to be retiring and being discontinued, right? So just be aware if it is on the discontinued list and you really, really, really love it so much, get it early so you're not going to miss out on that. And they will post the discontinued items list on the marketing section, and they will update the product status list in the news section also as additional items do sell out. But be prepared. And when you have your new team members join your business in January, plan ahead. Take your old testers, find out what's still going to be around, and put new consultant seed kits together. Because what's going to happen to help us, help Scentsy, they're not going to give fall and winter products and all the new join kits in January. So we're going to help them. And so us as consultants, if we prepare now for the 10 recruits that you're getting in January, okay, 15, who am I kidding? 15 people you're sponsoring in January, you're going to need to put together 15 new consultant seed kits. And here's how you're going to work. Put in a little, grab your testers that are still around, give them some catalogs, product lists, showcase brochures, so they can run their business during the month of January, or better yet, welcome to my team. I'm going to host your first party for you. Don't worry about anything. Your only job is inviting. We're going to get you up for success, and I'm doing it for you as a welcome to my team. So you have all the tools to help them jumpstart their business, because when they join in January, they're getting the spring, summer catalogs, testers, and the supplies, not fall and winter. So you are really going to have to step up and be a great leader, a great mentor, a great example of hand-holding and teaching them and able to run their business for the 1 month that they have no supplies to do it. You have it. You have the opportunity to prepare and plan for that. And 2, it helps you establish a great relationship with them. You're going to be working hand in hand every single day with them, really getting them off on the great foot, on a great start, because you sure don't want the girl joining or the guy joining waiting 30 days until they can use their supplies and say, oh, well, I missed my shooting star and my 30 days is up. I just figured I didn't have anything to sell. No. It is on you as a leader and as a sponsor to teach them and guide them off to a great start. I'm off my soapbox.
Can I just interject one thing? I saw a couple of things come up in the chat that I want to clarify. Someone asked for more clarification on the business supply as a customer. It's really simple. When you're in your party, whether it's 1 person, 10 people, it doesn't matter, as long as the party is over 200 PRV, you create a customer named business supply. And underneath that customer name, you put the supplies that you want. So at the end of the year, when you're doing your taxes, you go back and you search under customer name, business supply, every receipt that you need will come up. It's just an easier way to find those expenses and print them off. I print mine the minute I purchase, I print. But if I didn't, that's exactly how I would do it. And the other thing, I don't know that we were clear about exactly what it means to transition, meaning on February 1st, our spring catalog will no longer be valid. Our fall winter catalog will no longer be valid. We go into the spring summer, but not everything from our fall winter will retire or discontinue. On the 1st of January, a list will come out that'll tell you these items, these scents, these warmers, all of these products, these are going to retire come February 1st, excuse me. So what you do is you take out, for example, like Heather was talking about the testers earlier, you take out all of the retired fragrances from your full set of testers now, and you add in the transition. So to answer your question, no, all of your supplies are not useless by any means. You can still use old testers. I use old testers all the time. Your catalog, you can say this catalog retires at the end of the month, or this catalog is retired. Contact me to find a new one. And not everything in that catalog will be retired. You can still hand that out, like I said, saying contact me for a new one. If your website's on there, they can always look at the most current catalog. Does that clear it up?
Yeah, so Mandy, you will have tools that are still good to run in your business. Not everything will be useless. Like you said, there's like, if I was to compare these 2 past catalogs, there's stuff in this one that's still in this one. You have testers that carry over. Luna is not going anywhere. I mean, everyone loves Luna. That is like a United States of America and Canadian staple. It's not going anywhere. You'll still have it, but you got to know what's going away. Like, I am not buying any Christmas scents anymore from now on. Like, I'm only probably sticking with Luna and Black Raspberry Vanilla, because I'm pretty much guaranteed those are staying, right? So keep those in your kit. Go ahead, Jay.
No, and I don't know if this already been said, so sorry, because I had a kid come in, so sorry if I missed it. Did you talk about adding the training guide to your order too for your business supplies?
No, but that's very important.
Yes, and literally I keep it in my desk drawer, like, and I have all of them. These are like what, $1 if I'm right? This is key. This helps with selling points, knowing little details about each thing. These are literally what I used for my Facebook parties actually this year, this season. I just kept this, and a lot of times if I didn't have a product on hand, I would even just like show them the picture, you know? So this is full of all the pertinent information. It's great for your new consultants to put in those seed kits like Heather was just talking about for a new consultant joining. So it's $1. Make sure you add these when you get your business supplies. So
That would probably even be good to send to a hostess.
absolutely. It has all the information.
I feel like it's a used car salesman's guide to be successful.
Totally great way of putting it.
Yeah.
It's very handy. So
yeah,
I didn't know if y'all had already said that. So I want to make sure.
No, that's so important.
If you don't have one, you can actually access that on your workstation as well. You can get access to that if you don't have it in hand yet. I want to add a couple things on transition that I think is important.
Like
is one,
doll, doesn't she? Her makeup looks like, I'm sorry, I just have to comment. She looks like a porcelain doll.
I do have a slight blurring feature on my Zoom. It's
no, I'm going to send you a picture of what you look like right now. And I'm telling you, your makeup's on point.
So, thank you. But so, one, just because we have the catalog on the 1st of January does not mean that you share the catalog on the 1st of January, right? Now you're going to see this happen and everybody's going to be like, well, I saw so-and-so do it. And I saw so-and-so. And you know what? It's one of those things where, do you want to have success in the beginning of the year? Do you want to have success in January, right? If you start sharing everything that's coming out in February, then people are going to be like, oh, I'll just wait until the new catalog because I want this, this, and this, right? So that's one thing is try, if you want to do a few sneak peeks here and there, whatever, that's great, but try and keep that to yourself. I typically send mine out the last week of the month is when I start giving my catalogs, and I do the first chance or last chance, first glance type situations, right? The other thing is, as you're seeing this discontinued list, if you have customers that love a certain fragrance, that's the biggest feature of Scentsy Club, right? So you and your team members, you and your customers get together, set up those Scentsy Clubs so they can always get their bars. And honestly, that's really the main reason that I promote Scentsy Club at all, is the never lose your bar feature. So that will be something that will be big in the month of January. So if you're not familiar, maybe in some of your downtime, read up on Scentsy Club, maybe go in and create your own Scentsy Club, those types of things, right? So that you're ready and prepared to help your customers as necessary with that. So that was just a few of my tips for transition.
I totally had something and lost it.
Well, I'll say something maybe you'll remember. But since she mentioned using that, okay, I can't talk either, apparently, using that and talking about club next month, don't forget we have Bring Back My Bar this month. So you should really still be talking about that club happening this month, because I think with the Christmas cutoff dates and all of that, it's not been on the forefront of everyone's mind. Well, now that's what we should be talking about. We should be reviewing those, sharing those, still getting samples and really talking club to those people so that next month it'll be fresh on their minds and you'll be able to talk on that with them already knowing, oh my gosh, she talked about this last month. Now these scents are being discontinued. It'll already kind of be on their brain. So it's a great time to already be working on that, practicing, getting your knowledge ready for it. If you're not super comfortable talking about it, it's a good time to get that and really be talking about the Bring Back My Bars in preparation for the discontinued next month.
Yep. I made a decision today. Any of these old warmers I have sitting on my shelf, my goal is to get $2,000 in orders in club coming in every single month where I don't have to do anything and get the bonus and all that. I know it's a lofty goal, but it's going to happen. But two, I'm like, what am I going to do with these old warmers I just don't want? I can't sell. You know what I'm going to do? In a private message, not publicly, I'm going to tell anybody that enrolls in club between now and Christmas Day, I'm going to give you a free warmer of your choice out of my stash. Because here's the deal. I want them enrolled in this. They can get the perks. They can get the 10% off. Get the whiff box in there. So then they will change it to getting every month instead of every 3 months or whatever. So utilize that right now, that BB&B and Scentsy Club. Push that really hard between now and the end of this month. You could absolutely change the future of your business and the sales coming in if that's your intentional focus. And if they join, when they join, they will switch their club over to themselves and they get credit for it. The end, Clark.
I got my club tonight and I did a live on my VIP page. I have 27 bars of wax in my club. I might need to reevaluate
That's all you have? I'm pretty sure I have more.
Okay, good. I'm glad because I was like, all right, this might be a problem.
I
Anyway.
actually need to go and update mine because I need more vanilla oud. I've had vanilla oud on mine since the last time, but I need more. I need to up it. That scent is legit.
Yeah, vanilla oud and vanilla suede. Yep.
Love.
Jill, you've been
Let's transition to
trying.
taxes, you guys.
Well, Jill hasn't had a chance to speak. Are we talking over you, Jill?
No, I'm just adding to the chat. Just
I
putting
see her
like-
managing the chat
Yeah.
heavily. I love it.
Looking out.
No, I
video
just,
there.
that's really what I've done. Like I literally have a notes app, and I know all of us, when we were on Zoom before Christmas got crazy or the holidays got crazy, like I will just lay in bed and think of perks. Even if I used to do them for non-club members, I have changed it up. Like only full catalogs are going to go to club members. All my club members are going to get a sample of all the new scents on top of the scent stickers. You know, like all those, I like what Heather said about, you know, getting rid of the new warmers. Like I just keep adding to that notes app and coming up with perks for club members, and then making it a point to do short videos explaining club every month. Like not one that you just post on YouTube and you post every month, but you going, showing your club and just saying, this is what it is. And look, especially right now, especially in January, when these scents that are going to be discontinued, they remember, a lot of times this happens is we get in our Scentsy bubble and we know what all this stuff is, but it takes 7, 8, 9, 10 times for our customers to actually get it. Oh, I can get this forever. Oh, it's going to be discontinued, but I can still get it. So those short videos, because remember, their attention spans like very short. And another thing that I learned is not, you know, if you're going to do a short video, put your camera up and be like, hey, let me tell you the perks of club. I just got mine in. Because that first sentence is going to be all about like, why should they watch this? What is club all about? What am I going to get out of it? Like slay all day. I think that's a great sense even for team members, because slay all day is funny, right? That's what we want them doing, hustling. So think out of the box things that you can put into your club, and definitely make note of your customers that like certain scents. I definitely, like last time, put Route 66 because I knew this customer wouldn't order it. I put them in my club so that I had 2 or 3 every month. And now she's like, can I get more Route 66? So that's for extra special customers. And I literally watch my club and see what I get, and I adjust it all the time. Like, okay, I have enough rainbow sherbet to like poop out unicorns, really, like literally. So I adjusted that, put a new one in. Like, so you can watch things and it doesn't all have to be for you. Like plan accordingly to your really good customers. And when they place a certain order, a certain amount of an order, you can shove one of their favorite bars in there for free. So like think out of the box, all of the things that you can do for them. Cotton cleanups, I just added 4 of those babies to my club every single month because I was like, why am I getting 1? I can add 1 to every order with a little sticker on it. I can put a couple in there for my super VIP people. Just think of how you can make clubs super special for them, and a reminder that you can't just say, oh, I got my club order today, and think that all of your customers are going to know what that is. You have to remind them every single month, and club should really be a goal for you, because imagine getting, I mean, when it drops every month, I'm like, whoa, I'll be at 1,200 and it'll jump over 2,000 quickly. And I'm like, this is just the ease of it, putting you over that 2,000 mark because of club. I mean, it should be a goal of everyone. So I urge you, like, keep a notes app. And when you come up with ways that you can spoil your club members, and this is what you can say to people, you know, like, I want to roll out the red carpet, the people that are ordering every single month, and make a special postcard for them, like a thank you postcard, a separate label, all the little bells and whistles, like special confetti, you know, candy and everything, like make it super special for them. Because I know even when I get my subscriptions, some of them are going downhill. Like, I don't know if you've gotten FabFitFun, and I usually used to be super excited about that one, but this month it looked like everything was thrown in the box. It was like wet and ripped and a mess. And I was like, I'm going to cancel this. So you have to make it fun for them, and you have to spoil them, and they will keep coming back to you over and over and over again.
And the ones that are signing up for every month, this is a great segue to say, hey, you could get paid on all these purchases. I have a $59 kit available ever so often. Let me know if you want it. We can switch your own club to yourself. Nothing changes, and you get paid money back. These are the people that are more in tune and frequently purchasing more than your other host, or the once every 6 month I'll buy. Oh, it's Christmas. Can I have 6 silver bells once a year? No, like These are the people you need to be focusing on. They're saying, I want more, right?
Yeah, when they learn how to like do their own club and adjust it and move things out, like that's all the low level things that we do, right? So when they're learning how to, you know, get into the account and click on buttons, it's those little things that you can start planting the seeds where this is how easy it is to run your own business. Literally, you just do clubs for all your people. You know what I mean? Like just planting those seeds. It won't happen every single time, but now we've been given the option where hosts were the best people to join. Your Scentsy Club members could be the next best option if you stay focused on it and make it a priority and really, you know, talk about it when you get your club. You should be signed up for Scentsy Club. First of all, you should be signed up for a whiff box. Even if like, I don't want mine this month, a customer ordered one. I was already ordering it. So he got mine. He's my hairstylist. So he's taking the little gnome and all that stuff. Like, so you should be able to show every single month on stories or in your VIP group. I got my club order. I got my Scentsy, my whiff box. Like you have to do that repetitively every single month because you're going to have new people watching you and seeing what you do every single week.
True. All right, we're going to transition to tax. We have 20 minutes left of the call. So put your tax questions in the chat. We'll answer those first just to make sure your burning question gets answered first because there's so much to talk about on tax. But I am going to put this disclaimer out here first. None of us are tax professionals. This is not telling you what to do. This is simply based on our own experience. Everything that we say, we highly recommend that you seek and consult professional tax advice from an expert and someone in this field, not from us. And every state is different. You need to research and find out what your state laws are and what they require. This is just simply a friend sharing other advice and experiences. That's all this is. We're not telling you to do any of this. This is your disclaimer right now. So pay your taxes.
Okay.
It was like, this is not the area you want to be disorganized. I know how to make them mad, so do not listen to me.
Yeah, I hate taxes. I'm sure many of you do. And I know there's a few Canadians on here, and most of what we say probably is going to be very different for the US than it is for Canada. So I apologize for that as well. I guess a lot of stuff will come down to how much you're making. The old rule that I knew about taxes, and I don't know if it's changed, is you can show a loss in your business for up to 3 years before the IRS considers that a hobby. So what that means, girls and boys, is I hate giving my money to the IRS. I'm really freaking bad at it, like really bad at giving my money to the IRS. So if you can come up with enough write-offs to show that you didn't make any money, that's better for you, right? Because that shows that, I don't know how to really word it, but the more write-offs you have, the less money you're going to give to your government. And that's what I'm all about. I don't want to give my money to the government. I want to use it for whatever I can is in my business and in my home and all of those things. So be creative. Think of everything that you buy that you use in your business is a write-off. So all of your supplies, your Heather's cigar tonight, she will find a way to write that off. Trips that you take, any trips, like, when I go to Houston or Michigan or all of that is a write-off. Business supplies, shipping costs. Hell, if you're buying paper towels to clean your wax up with, that's a write-off. Just make notes on all of your folders. And I don't know, let me get something, hold on, sorry. This is kind of how I track my stuff. I'm old school. Like I already told you guys, I do print all of my receipts almost immediately. I did go back in 2019 because I needed to find more write-offs, and I was able to find quite a few more things I didn't think of. But get yourself a file folder, accordion thingy-mabobber, and keep them all in there. Keep them organized. Or shoebox. Heather likes shoeboxes. That's fine too. But save your receipts. Fuel, track your mileage. If you go out to dinner and you have a meeting, or you talk about Scentsy to the hostess or to the waitress, perhaps that's a write-off, I would say, if you write that on the receipt that you had a Scentsy dinner. Things like that. Trying to think of, what's that?
It's a partial. I think it's like 50% is what it
Right, but
ends up being.
that's up to their accountant, right? Their accountant figures that out. So I just give all of my receipts. I break it down saying travel was this much, food was this month, and I think it is 50%. But I just give the total number to the accountant and let her say la vie. I even write off, thanks to these guys, my Sam's Club and my Costco subscriptions.
Oh, that's
Amazon.
Smart.
Amazon Prime. I go through my Amazon and I made sure I had everything I ever bought on Amazon as a write-off. Some of my product, if I'm giving that away, or if I'm making samples, all of these are display warmers that I bought at the beginning of the catalog. And when I buy new warmers for the new catalog, they will all be 100% write-off. So you got to track all of those things. If you buy anything that says Scentsy on it, it's a write-off. Your nails and your hair are not a write-off, apparently, which I think is just terrible. And no clothes for a trip are a write-off unless they're branded, just so you know. And neither is an in-ground pool. But hey, you can try.
Hey,
I can't write my pool off.
so I wanted to back up really quick because I had a thought there might be some new people on here that might be wondering where you get your 1099 each year and what that looks like. So that will be in our account tab, and usually by when is it usually?
By the 31st of
January 31st.
Thank you. I was going to say that, but I questioned myself for a second.
Me too.
And how much do you have to have earned to get it?
600 per the year.
See, this is why I have you people. I almost said 500. My brain's not working. So if you've made 500 for the year, that's where it'll be. You'll check your account tab, and that's where you will print it off and take it to your accountant to help you from there on out. So I just thought y'all might need to know some of those basic ideas.
And I'm just going to throw this out there because we'll put the income disclosure statement. But when you start, I was told, when you start making $5,000 on a regular basis, you need to think about becoming incorporated. And all of you are on here because you want this to be a business. And so we're going to sponsor a lot next year. And we are going to build our businesses to where we have to incorporate. So that is our pact now. All of you are in it, all 93 of you. So welcome to our club of recruiting 75 people for the year. And this is the Ink Club that you just joined.
Can't with her.
I just wanted to add something because I am like Jody is super organized and everything is just like, so I just want to speak to those of you who aren't organized like that, like me. So here's my system. You see this little thing? I keep this in my car and it's has January through December, and every time I'm in a store or anywhere that has anything to do when I use Scentsy money, that I don't let it leave my hand. I don't put it in my pocket. I don't put it in my wallet. I hold it in my hand because I'll forget. I go right to my car and I immediately file under that month. And so all of my receipts are in my car. So when I go to do my taxes, I literally walk out to my car. I grab my trusty little receipt thing. And that's where all of my receipts are kept. And then I just have like a form that I kind of fill out and I send it to my accountant, and then he asks me questions. So I kind of break it all down for him. But this is my entire system. So if you aren't organized, trust me, I wish I was like Jody because my husband would be so happy and my accountant would be so happy, but I'm not. So for those of you who aren't, at least this is something and you don't lose all of your receipts. So that it's super easy when it comes to the end of the year, right? I get that. And then I just print the rest of it right from my Scentsy website.
Well, I think that's important.
There's also the QuickBooks app that you can scan your receipt right into and assign it as well. Sorry, Jody.
You got to find what works for you. Like, I mean, nobody's system is going to be the same. And as far as categories go, I think, Jill just popped a bunch of them in there. But your accountant, if you have an accountant, will really be able to help you with what they want and where they want it. Like all of our categories aren't always the same. And, after I do my monthly, I'll be like, okay, what else am I missing? What else am I forgetting? Because we all have different accountants and they might say, well, you can do this. Like, I didn't know I could write off my subscriptions to Sam's and Costco, but I buy a lot of stuff there for my business. So that's how I learned that, was because their accountants asked for that information. Part of your cell phone bill, if you have a home office, you can write off, like this square footage of my office is a write-off. Portion of my utilities is a write-off. My portion of my cell phone bill is a write-off. I have a storage unit. I can count that square footage. I pay myself rent, basically. Things that you don't normally think of when you're starting a business. And most of us didn't come in here thinking, I'm going to start a business and that's going to make this amount of money that I need to worry about this stuff. So it's good to kind of think about all of those things that you can say, I have a write-off for this and this and this. What else is a write-off in the home?
Real quick,
portion.
I want to say that there's a group called US Tax Dollars and Cents, and I'm dropping the link in here. And the gal she was in she worked for the IRS, and so she's given a lot of her tips kind of just for free for Sensi consultants. And pinned as an announcement at the top, there is a Sensi deductions Excel sheet for 2020. So that would be
Drop
a
it right
really
now.
great place to start.
That's freaking amazing.
You didn't know this, JoJo? I'll invite you.
I did not know this. No.
No, me either. Me either.
Brand new information.
I didn't know about
So-
a group.
Yeah.
Amanda has a great question. When you're going to the grocery store and you're buying tape or padded envelopes or whatever, always get a separate transaction for your business stuff, because you can't write your mileage off for a personal grocery trip to go grocery shopping and picking up envelopes, but you only went to that grocery store to buy business envelopes and tape.
And you get a lot of money for mileage.
Right. So everything's a separate receipt. Yep. Can you feel my eyes looking at you
Save
like
and
what
make-
I'm trying to say? Okay.
You really want to be creative with this, because as you start making money, you want to hold on to as much of it as you can. And what we're trying to tell you, like, there are different ways that you can pay the government less. I mean, let's be real.
Perhaps we
That's
should
all
have a
about.
non-recorded call.
Well, and
It is
I
what it is.
think you also have to make sure you have just a really good accountant, whoever it is that helps you do this, because there's so much. I'm a lot more like Jen, who y'all don't even want to know. I'm so unorganized. And so there's
Yeah.
a lot of times I'm like,
Oh.
I don't know where to put this, and I don't know where to put this, and tell me what I'm looking for, because to me, there's so many that could cross categories, like what's marketing, what's advertising,
Right.
what's or whatever. And so if you have someone you trust, that's who you need to listen to the most, for sure. These are tips, these are tricks, these are hacks to help you, but make sure you go through your trusted
Professional.
counsel. Yeah. So that you can make sure you're applying in a safe and guarded manner for your audits in the future, if you ever have to have one.
Yep. And I will tell you, like, my whole square footage of my home. So I have 2 spaces that are strictly for work only. So I take my whole square footage of my home. I measured these rooms, including the closet. It's 12% of my home that I can write off. So for insurance, cable, internet, utilities, I can write off 12% of the bill every single month based on the square footage because of my home office spaces.
So somebody asked a question about mileage. So there's a couple ways that you can do that. One, if you don't want to do an app, you don't want to do anything, you can simply write your mileage down when you get, like, have a notebook in the car or on the front, a little slip in the front of that little envelope like Jen has. You could just pull it out. If you know you're doing Sensi trips, you could write down, mileage and figure it out that way. For me, I'll be honest, I was really bad about tracking mileage last year. And so I know that I go to the post office. Like, there's certain places that I know that I go specifically for my business. And so I literally did nav from my house to there. And that's kind of one of the ways that I figured it out. So there's certain places that that you go. Another one is Road Warrior. So that will, there's a fee with that, but it will help you plan. It's an app. It'll help you plan your routes. So if you have a bunch of deliveries, for instance, you can go ahead and put in all the addresses. It will tell you the best route to go. And then not only that, it will help you track your mileage because you just had it all in there. It just tracks you all of that. So you could use something like that. There's also QuickBooks for self-employed. There's an app that you can get for that also. And you can turn on your location with that. And what you can do is at the end of the day or the end of the week or however you want to set up that schedule for yourself, you can basically swipe left and right, business, personal, business, personal. And so it can keep track of that. That one does also have a fee as well. I believe when I did it the first time, you could get your first year 50% off of your monthly fee. So that was an option as well. And it also, QuickBooks, you can also actually link that app to your accounts so that if you link it, then you will have all your transactions imported and you can do that same swipe left, swipe right, categorize it in there. I will say one of the big things is you're starting a new year, like, most of you are here because you've been a part of this business for a while, right? Or you've been here at least several months. So make sure that you have an account for your business. That would be probably my biggest tip for starting 2021 off with a business is have an account. If it's a credit card, if it's a debit card, if it's a checking account or whatever that you are using specifically 100% for your business. And that will also really help you when it comes to tracking those expenses. And again, if you decide to go the QuickBooks route, you can link that checking account or that credit card or that debit card to QuickBooks. And then when you have a receipt, you can take a picture of it and attach it in there as well. So that's, if you're a really super duper organized type person, that is, I will say I failed at actually doing that. I think we all sat here together for a couple weeks and did taxes, and it was in October, right before the final deadline, and we were all scrambling. So these are all things that we wish we would do. Maybe Jen's better or Jody's better, but those are a few things that definitely, if you can get a system in place and implement it starting at the beginning, it will help you for the entire rest of the year.
Yep. And be diligent, even if you're throwing them in a box like I do and scramble at the last minute, because I'm going to tell you, every receipt that you find is counteracting your income that you made. So it's less taxes you pay if it's a legitimate receipt, right? So you want to be the best receipt keeper and decide if it's for your business later, like go through it later. Don't throw them out, because you could be missing a lot of deductions that's putting money back in your pocket. I did incorporate years ago in California, which the guy instructed me wrong, right? So be aware of who is instructing you to do this. We should have never been incorporated in California because my residence was in Texas. My husband was military. So yes, we did incorporate, and I am an S Corp. But again, I don't understand any of that. I have a lady that I have to pay because that is not my expertise. The best advice that was ever told to me, if you start making that kind of money where you don't know enough about it, be smart enough to make that business decision to pay someone that's a professional in this field to do it for you. It will save you money in the long run and time, where I can spend my money recruiting and sponsoring instead of me trying to scan freaking receipts in that aren't making me anything, right? So that's just my little tidbit.
So here's what I know. You don't want to incorporate until you have to. Once you are clearing $25,000 a year, after you have paid everything that you can possibly pay for with your Scentsy money. So everything is paid and you're going home with $25,000. You made that much money. That's when they say, my accountant, and again, you probably will get other opinions, but that's when it's a good time to incorporate. But again, you don't want to do that. You don't want to incorporate when you're clearing $26,000. Like, you want to really be clearing that $25,000. Then it is completely and totally worth it. And like they're all saying, you want somebody who knows what they're talking about. My accountant is in Utah, and he has a Scentsy section right on his website. So he is amazing. We don't mess around. We choose to be black and white. Like, we don't, whatever. But I send him everything and I just list out, I say, anyway, when it's time, I guess my point is, you really do want to, like, those first few years of your business, you want to get yourself the new computer. You want to get all of those things, because that's how you're going to build your business. If you treat it like a business, it will be a business, right? If you treat it like a hobby, it will be a hobby. So use your money and invest in your business, just like any other business owner in the world does. It doesn't matter if it's a direct sales company or if you just bought a new franchise at McDonald's. Like, you're going to invest those first few years. So that's, I don't know if that helps you at all, but that 25,000 was kind of the key thing that I was told. And there are some great accountants out there, and I live in Maine. He's in Utah. I've never met him. But the point is, he knows what he's doing. He understands direct sales. And he works with our personality, because we're not like risk takers at all. So we're just like, we do only what we know for sure we won't get in trouble for, because I just am worried about that kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't know if that helps you, but I feel like
I'll just add. So I use the same accountant that Jill does, because he lives up the street from me, and a lot of Scentsy people had. But I also know that Heather used him and didn't like him, and I also know a lot of other people that used him and didn't like him. So you have to find somebody that works for you. The other thing I want to say is, I've heard very similar to what Jen just said, the 25,000. But also, even if you're not even making 60, so many of you, incorporating isn't even on the table. But that doesn't mean that you don't get an accountant. Okay. That doesn't mean that you can't still use one and they will help you with your family. I save $50 a month every single month. That is strictly because I know I'm paying him for my personal taxes and for my business taxes. Personal taxes for me are only $200. So that's, that's just the personal side. So if you can kind of budget that in and know that that's there and keep that in your account for the end of the year, or you have a month that's bigger in your paycheck, right, and set that aside, that will help pay off in so many ways. You will probably save way more than $200 or whatever it might be for you to go through H&R Block or whatever, to help you make your money do the best work for you. But not only that, this is also going to, when it comes to recruiting, and Heather's talking, is we're all going to recruit 75 people in 6 months. Your new recruits, you're going to start hearing a lot as the new year starts. People are looking for a home-based business when it comes to having tax write-offs. You are sitting on a gold mine. People join direct sales businesses strictly for tax write-offs because they need them, because there's so many ways that small business can completely shift that, especially those that are losing, like their kids are graduating and stuff, and you lose that child deductible, those types of things. This will come in handy. So be listening for those opportunities for people to join Scentsy so that they have those home-based business tax write-offs, and then direct them to, have this page that I mentioned, the US tax dollars and cents, as like saved for those people, because they're going to want to take advantage of that from the moment that they join. And just know that if you didn't do that this year, because this is not something you've heard talked about, that is okay. All right. You just need to start somewhere and know that you have a huge opportunity for what your home-based business can do for your taxes.
Callie, can you answer the question about having an account just for Scentsy stuff? Can you be more specific on what they mean?
Yeah. So a checking account or a savings account or a credit card that you're only using for business expenses. So it's a separate account that you would open with your bank so that you have that account to run that through. And then at the end of the year that you don't have to go search this account or that account or this account or that account for where your transactions are coming from, right? They're all in one place and they're all organized. And that will also help you stay within a budget. So if you get your Scentsy commissions and you say, you know what, 50% is something that I'm using for that's what I got. That's my extra fund money for my family. And 50% is going into my business account, or however percentage you want to break that up. That will also say, okay, I want to do this, but I don't have that money yet, right? So I need to make sure that I'm working towards spending Scentsy money on family, not family money on Scentsy. It will just really help separate those types of things. So, and keep it organized and help you make you feel like you're growing a business, but also helping your family.
And I'm just going to throw this out there. The best thing that was ever told to me was I got a Southwest credit card, and I put all my business on that to earn miles. So when I need to go to leadership and convention, I can buy my tickets with the free tickets, right? It lessens my expense to go to all my Scentsy events. Because if you're in a business, you should be attending all Scentsy events, period. And so be smart about that. Get a card that's going to pay you back with the mileage.
Yeah. And I just want to add this real quick. So yes, that is huge. I actually, if you talk to me about finances at all, ever since I worked at American Express and learned what benefits can actually come with credit cards, I don't use my debit card. I don't even carry my debit card. I couldn't even tell you where it's at, to be honest, because I do that. But some people are not disciplined enough to pay it off every single month. So you have to know the type of personality that you are. And if you can't pay it off every single month, then don't do that. Get a checking account. And there was a comment about what if you can't get a business account, right? Yada, yada, yada. So if you don't have an EIN, you're not incorporated, you can't get an actual business account, but you can open a second account as a personal account that you only use for business. I hope that answers that question. I will also say that the points thing that Heather talked about, if you are self-disciplined, then a couple things can happen. One, as you're doing like your Scentsy clubs, you're doing, you're getting your catalogs, all that, you're building up those miles that you can then use. And maybe right now in the beginning of your business, going to conventions, going to leaderships, going to different things isn't in your budget yet, right? You're not quite to the point, but that is a way for you to have those miles or to have those extra funds to allow you to do those things to help you grow your business. So it really is a full cycle if you can really sit down and think about and process that. And then down the road, now you need more tax write-offs. Maybe you do get to the point where you're incorporated, right? You're clearing that. That's the ultimate goal. We all want that for you. Then you can say, okay, now I have these miles and things that I've built up that I can use to take my family on trip. Or maybe it's an incentive like right now and you earned for 3, but you need 4. You're now able to use those miles to take your extra family member on that trip, right? So that's when you start looking at these big picture things that are way outside of your current perspective as to how it can really change and benefit things for you in the future.
Before we go, I'll just add one thing. I was really bad with credit cards when I was younger. So, and then when I got a divorce, my ex opened a bunch of credit cards in my name and ruined my credit. So I've always been very, very guarded with my credit and credit cards. So it took me a very long time to do what Kelly just said, which was to open a credit card because I was afraid I would hurt my credit that took me so long to rebuild, and I wouldn't be disciplined enough to purchase and pay off, right? I'm really glad I finally took Kelly's advice and did that. And if you're like me and you're kind of afraid, or you don't want to ruin your credit in any way, tell yourself, okay, I have $500 or whatever your limit looks like that month that I'm going to put on this American Express or this Southwest card or whatever it is you choose and pay it off. I started doing that. And I remember one year I wanted to go to Summit, and from New York to Utah or Idaho, excuse me, was like $900 stinking dollars. And I'm like, wait, do I have miles? And I did. And so that's how I was able to afford to go one year. So again, I get that not everybody wants credit cards, and I'm a firm believer I did not want them. I'm glad I listened and took that advice. There is a lot of benefits to it. Also, going to conventions, splitting rooms with people, they put holds on cards. So if you're using a debit card for a hotel, they actually hold a very large amount of your money. And I almost was homeless one year because of that at a hotel, because I stopped on the way. They held the money, that money that they held, I needed for the next hotel, and I had to fight to get it. So that's when I was like, I really do need a credit card, because then it's not taking those funds out of my usable income or usable funds that I have. So those are the two things that I was like, okay, this is why I need a credit card. Just tell yourself, I'm going to be disciplined. I'm not going to spend over an X amount, and I'm going to make sure I pay it off. I just today switched all of my Sensi subscriptions to my American Express versus my Sensi pay card, because I want more points. I want more free stuff. I want my money to work smarter for me. So that's my advice to anybody who's thinking, no, I don't want a credit card. I feel you. I was there.
And Tracy, I'm just going to throw this out there and share with you really quick. When I joined Sensi, we had maxed out credit cards galore. My husband was in the Navy. I was a wife doing 3 other direct sales companies. I'm still paying off debt on credit cards. We lived on credit. I think I'm paying milk on a gallon of milk from probably year 2000 still. This is the most expensive gallon of milk I'm paying for, but I will climb out. But my point is, when Sensi was brought to me, and it's $99 to join, I had just made a $125 payment. So I knew I had just cleared just enough to buy that starter kit with taxes to do this. The first 3 conventions that I attended, I borrowed money from my mom to attend, because it is an expense, but it does change. So hope is not a business plan. If you are listening to us, Tracy, right now and saying, you know what, I want to be at Reunion. I want to get that credit card for my business that I can't qualify for yet, you make that decision right now. Because I'm going to tell you, party by party by party, there's 31 days every single month. It's a lot of opportunities to fill that calendar to change your entire future and have enough credit cards and financial freedom that you choose to have. It is a choice. And we're here to help you. Because if I can do it with maxed out credit cards galore and living on credit, trust me, girl, we can help you. But it's up to you on what you choose to do every morning with your time and being disciplined. But it can be done, girl. I promise you that. So I just encourage you to hang on, take every opportunity that you can, and book those parties. Every single one of us on here all started with our closest family and friends launching our business. That's the great thing about all of us. We all either got a free starter kit, a $59 starter kit, or a $99 starter kit, the same tools, and we all begged our closest friends saying, girl, do a party for me. We all started the same way. It's your consistency and your daily habits that are going to end up where you're at the finish line. Some are a little bit further along than others, and I am one determined cookie. That's why I'm getting so many recruits next year, and you are too. And we're in this incorporated club, elite club that no one knows about, but it's a choice, and we're here to support you, Tracy.
We are way past the hour, and I mean, we're like 10 minutes past the hour, but
It's
I'm
our
so
last
sleepy.
shift of 2020.
I know. I wish I was more awake. I was out shopping with Nathaniel all day. That was exhausting. and also very fun. He's funny. All right. Does anybody have any last minute questions or tips or anything before we
The
end?
shitter's full.
Yeah, I'm hearing they don't want to keep doing shift for 2021.
What?
Wait, I want
I
them
wanna
to
do shift.
see.
Wait, what?
Just kidding. I was just kidding.
Oh, I'm like, wait, what? We're not doing that?
Jody was very
This is
hurt.
brand new information to me.
It's
like, I don't wanna
cutting
lose
out.
my
You guys
friends.
get it cut out.
So
was
I
just
wanted
kidding.
to say one more thing. Sorry that I stepped out for a minute. I had actually had a customer stop by. What I was going to say is, I think we've all been able to look at 2020 as kind of like the great reset, the kind of how you look at your life, you look at your family, you look at your business. And I actually just text Heather the other day. I said, I don't know about you, but I'm ready for like a clean slate. I'm ready to get myself organized. I'm ready. I said, but I am incredibly grateful for this great reset because it has been a weird year, right? I think we can all agree that it's been weird, but I'm grateful for it's helped me really focus. It's helped me really maneuver and trust in myself and trust in those around me. So I'm excited for 2021. I want that same success to roll on over, but I don't necessarily want that crazy quarantine to roll on over. But I think we proved that quarantine, whatever, it doesn't matter. We busted through all of that. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm grateful for the great reset. Okay. And I hope that y'all have been able to lean on each other and find a great community. And I think Shift proved that we all were just craving that time together with other teams and groups. And so I'm just grateful for those who show up and that we're able to do this together. So that was my spiel.
I love it, Cookie. You cute little thing.
Heather, I don't track inventory. I wish I did. Someone might. Callie usually creates a little list and I track my bars on an Excel spreadsheet and that's about it.
I don't track inventory.
Yeah.
I will say, even though I thought that both Heather's message and Jamie's message were both very beautiful to end it with, but I will add, Lynn actually introduced us to online inventory management called YumiWho. And so you can actually upload your inventory into YumiWho. You have to make sure it's private. You will get a link. You can share that link with your customers privately, because if you post your inventory publicly, then that's not okay. But that would be a way that you could track your inventory. Again, there is a slight fee because people are in the business of making money, right? People have a business, but it's something that you could use if you didn't want to use an Excel spreadsheet or something like that. But yeah, that would be a recommendation.
Yep. And I just
And
wanna
my
say-
tracking system is the
go
last
ahead.
day when I turn my taxes in, I literally go through my house and write down everything that I have and I say, here's what I got.
That's about it.
Yeah. I just want to say, what a great year. I just have to say, thank you guys for showing up every week. I know this was kind of thrown together on a whim of just some really good friends that just wanted to have some opinions and share with you guys. And it's probably one of my most favorite nights to get to meet and see all of you. And I am so laser focused on sponsoring and getting as many consultants as I can to start. So if your business plan for 2021 aligns with that, join us. I'm not worrying about sales. This is not a sales business for me anymore. So don't come talking to me about sales ideas for 2021 because I'm not going to help you. Mine is going to strictly be, how am I growing my team? I want to make big money. I want an empire. And that's what I'm going for in 2021. And so I just thank all of y'all for showing up, because I have to tell you, somebody that's been in this business a while, all of us, when no one shows up on calls or you feel like you are repeating yourself over and over, you start to think that what you're sharing doesn't matter anymore. But it's all of you showing up where it's like, dang, you guys do want to hear us. You do care as much as we do about our businesses, right? And that excites us. Every single one of you have the same opportunity of growing an empire that you want to. And so it warms my heart to see this many people on here and learning and growing your business. And so I just thank all of you, and I hope you'll have the best Christmas ever. And before we leave, I want to just have like a moment of silence. One of Dan Greeley passed away from colon cancer 2 days ago. And so he was such a light. I know Jen and Callie can probably share more about him. I didn't know him that well, but I'm going to tell you right now, his smile his determination. We lost a really good Scentsy consultant. And so go post on his wall, even if you're not friends with him, Dan Greeley, and just put, love you, Scentsy Mister, you know, gained your angel wings, whatever. Just show that page some love to him because he is gone. And so it's weird knowing that he's gone, right? Like it's sad when we lose anybody, but he was amazing. So I'm done. I'm muting. I'm drinking wine now.
And his wife is very involved in his Scentsy business, so it would mean a lot to her. She's been his backup, you know, she's just done everything for him as long as she can. And he actually, so many of us went to, last November, we went to Mastermind, and he was there. So that was the last time I saw him. And I hope that I hope you guys got a chance to meet him. He's the most amazing man. And he asked, this makes me cry, but he asked me to walk him to his car that night. Remember, Heather, when we were up there at the outdoor place? Yep. And so I walked him to his car and he gave me a big hug. And anyway, so that was my last amazing memory, is again with Scentsy. He was so sick and he went to Mastermind in Florida, and he lives in Massachusetts. So he's such an amazing man. And his wife will say, Scentsy kept him going. Scentsy really kept him going for a long time because he loved us. And that's the thing, is we're so much more than wax and warmers, right? Like we are family. We are family. And, you know, we don't always completely agree on everything. I mean, I might do my taxes one way. You might do your taxes one way. I'm unorganized. You're organized. Who cares? Like the thing is that we each have people that we connect with, and we each love each other, and we do the best we can, and we support each other. And that's what it's all about. So definitely.
You will have unconditional love and support from this company and from us.
Yes, 100%.
He was amazing.
He really was. That was the last time we saw him, was when Jill was talking about. That was really.
Yeah. I remember thinking to myself,
it really, when
I was like, he is really sick. And he had a smile on his face, and he was there.
Yeah.
In his,
and when Callie told me he passed, I was like, what?
Yeah. I didn't know until actually I found out on this call a little while ago that he died. I didn't realize he had passed away. So it was pretty sad.
And he was out partying with us out on the balcony until
I know,
super late.
like,
He literally kept going.
Let's go have some cocktails. That was a
and he
great
always smelled like heavy men's cologne. And I always told him that he was the best smelling Scentsy man ever. Like, so I don't know if you ever met him, but one of the first things you knew about him was his cologne.
Yeah.
There's a picture of him and his wife on his profile picture. So you know you're commenting on the right page. Even if you didn't know him, just go comment. That's my Christmas wish, is if all 82 of us went to his page right now and just commented something. It's Dan, D-A-N, last name is Greeley, Greeley. Yeah, it costs nothing to just do a kind gesture like that, right? Like that's the best thing ever.
I hope you ladies, and I believe I saw a gentleman in here as well. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, a wonderful rest of your week. And if I don't talk to you before or see you before Christmas, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
You too, Shayna. Thanks for getting on. You always show up. You are just always present. And thank you for that.
I love these meetings. I really do.
Thank you, Shayna. And I think we're all happy to see 2020 go behind us.
I don't know. It was a good year. It's some really good stuff in it. It did. All right. I got to go.
All right. We'll see y'all in 2021 on.
Holy crap on a cracker. That sounds
January
7th, I think.
January 7th.
Toodaloo, my friends. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas all. Love you all, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Catalog coming up in like 10 days.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Zoom just to celebrate and see all the new stuff and get excited.
And what?
Merry Christmas.
New Year's Day?
A Zoom where we can all see the catalog.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm planning that.
Okay, I'm in.
Merry Christmas.
Later, Cousin Eddie.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad. Do, 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 do.
I think we'll sometime.
Navidad. Feliz on your butt.
Merry Christmas. Ho to the third power.
Oh, you just got yelled at. On that note. good
Oh,
night,
what do you
everyone.
say? Ho to the third power? Ho, ho, ho. Get it? Ho to the third power. I'm not a math person at all, actually.
So funny.
I'd love to see who hangs on the very end, or are they sleeping and forgot to hang up? The people with no cameras is who we're watching.
Last week when you guys stayed talking, I had to go.
Watching.
There were still people on when I came and shut it off, and I was like, "Are they watching me or am I watching them?"
Wait, and Carrie B's on here shopping. Hold on, Carrie B, are you shopping in Target?
I am.
Listen, I see your background, and you need to give me an update on your
Yeah,
goal
you
for
can't be
this
messing
month.
around with Target. Becker's on here too. She was.
Oh God,
Oh.
There she is.
Becker's gonna jump through the screen. Carrie B, you better watch out.
I will stop.
Gotta get it
recording.
done.